It's officially the second live stream from Bungie to give us more information about Into the Light that comes out in just 2 weeks. So let's go watch it. Oh, I thought it was starting. Great music as always. Kind of reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Oh shoot, it's starting.
Hello everyone, good morning, good evening, good day, and good time zone to you all, and welcome back to our second of 3 live streams to go ahead and talk about what's going to be coming with Destiny 2 Into the Light on April 9th. As a reminder, everything you're about to see is available to all players, just as was everything last week when we went ahead and had a chance to go ahead and walk through Onslaught. Now, today we've obviously got a few topics that we touched on last week. We got a new social space to go ahead and check out. We're going to look at some rewards, obviously, and maybe an up-close and personal look at the Brave Arsenal. But of course, I'm not the only one who's going to be talking through it. I'm joined by an all-star cast of folks here from the Bungie development team, and I'm going to go ahead and go on down the line and introduce them. If you were here last week, you obviously recognize his face, but Tom Farnsworth, Senior Design Lead, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, yeah. And a little bit about myself here. I've been at Bungie for about 12 years, maybe a little longer. It's been a while.
A decade plus.
Wow.
And obviously there's some stuff we're going to be looking at today that's kind of like full circle.
Yeah.
With, the Space Tiger logo and Into the Light there from the early days of Destiny. And I've been fortunate to, I was able to place the Kavastov way back in Cosmo for y'all to pick up.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, that was something. Obviously, it was
foundation.
Teams are stronger than heroes is a big team effort, but there's a few things that I'm really having had a chance to work and proud to interact with players. And then there's some things I'm a little more infamous for, like placing the drop pods and Homecoming.
So follow him on Twitter, let him know how you thought about that, right?
And then over the past few years, I've been working on seasons and things like the 30th and Into the Light as a creative lead.
Awesome. Very cool. Thank you very much for your hard work. As someone who's played a lot of it, excited to go ahead and dive in more with even more of it today. And of course, also we're joined by Chris Proctor, Senior Design Lead here at Bungie. Chris, for the fine folks at home who may not have heard you on a podcast or know anything about you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, hey Andy, thanks. I joined Bungie 4.5 years ago as weapons feature lead for Destiny 2. So a bunch of Destiny releases. This will be my 17th with Into the Light.
Is that all?
Yeah. Going through like a bunch of greatest hits.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. We obviously have a lot of stuff to talk through with the Brave Arsenal today, and greatest hits, I think, is probably the best way to describe it. And of course, last but very not least, down at the end, the one and only Kelsey Rice, systems designer here at Bungie. Kelsey, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing great.
All right, well,
Thanks for having me.
obviously the third verse, same as the second and the first. For the folks at home who may not know you or know anything about your work, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yes, I'd love to. First, yes, I'm a systems designer at Bungie. I've been here for about 2.5 years, and I work on a lot of fun stuff like quests and pursuits and progressions, a lot of like spreadsheet design, which I really
The
love.
fabric that holds all of our adventures together, honestly.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Spreadsheets.
Well, obviously, you've
Hell
had a
yeah.
big hand Into the Light as well today. We're going to go ahead and dive into that here in just a bit. But, before we go ahead and dive on, is there anything you guys are excited about today in particular, or should we just go
Are they
ahead and
going to
show
do the
rather
weird
than just
leg
tell?
thing
What do you
again?
think? Show it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and dive on in. dive on in.
They
rather.
haven't
So
yet.
We're going to start off. We have a brand new social space, the Hall of Champions, that we're going to go ahead and check on out. Kelsey, Kelsey's the one who's responsible for taking us through that. So shall you return to the throne world, obviously, and dive on in?
Bring me your tithes.
Perfect, excellent. That's right. There are tithes to
Let's
be gathered.
go.
Now, while we're on the way, Tom, the Hall of Champions is a brand new social space here in Destiny 2. Where is this? Where are we gonna where's this place been? Why are we checking
What was
it out
a Hall
now?
of something?
So Shax has carved out just a little bit of the backstage of the tower.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a few little fun nods here to
No
Destiny
way.
history.
Yep. All right, we're looking at it now on screen.
Yeah, we've got Kelsey on screen here. We got SweepyBot, and this is actually the lead up to the Hall of Champions.
This is where they keep it all the time.
Yeah, this is where there's an off season for a lot of the holiday
No
events.
way, that's so
And,
cool. All the
and-
events.
Yeah, there's a little-
Seasonal event
so there's
stuff.
some greenery.
This is interesting. All right, so we found a bit of the
Solstice.
storage room
That's so
to a degree.
cool.
So he's carved out space maybe that has been hiding in plain view potentially for other sweeper bots or red jacks around the tower.
And there's some stuff from the Onslaught, this ADU.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Some little
Noah put it here himself.
no, and all this space. Like if we just take a step forward, you're gonna get, there we go. Here's the Champions Hall.
Here we
the Hall of
go.
Champions.
All right, so
What?
the Hall of Champions.
And just like Zur kind of carved out Eternity for the 30th anniversary, Shax has
Oh
kind
my
of set this space
gosh.
aside for us and Into the Light, where all your armor, your weapons, your rewards. This is going to be your home base for Into the Light.
Excellent. Awesome. All right. Well,
That's
Kelsey, can you go ahead and
insane.
show us a little bit? We're going to go ahead and walk up here. We see a whole bevy of chests, actually. Let's go ahead and start there. What are we looking at, and how do we go ahead and start cracking these open, rather?
Yeah, so as you can
No
see,
way.
this space is just full of chests. As you can see here, all the class icons on the floor, a little bit like 30th. You can come here to redeem this currency, trophies of bravery, that you're going to earn from completing Onslaught and from playing the broad game in Destiny. So all of these trophies here, if you progress your hype with Shaxx, you'll be able to spend them here at all these chests to get a really cool set of armor. I can pull open my character so you can see what that looks like on the Hunter.
That's right. Also, too, so for the folks at home, we went ahead and mentioned this as well online, but as a
What?
quick reminder, this is actually an armor set that's inspired by year 1 of Destiny 2.
Wow.
Tom, this is the parade armor set, I believe is what we're referring to it as?
So like it's the D2 year 1 parade armor.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
You had it in Homecoming. It's kind of a classic set. We're again like full circle here with we were like beginning the Destiny 2 saga there, and now we're kind of ending the fight here. We're getting ready to take the fight to the Witness, and Shaxx has got this iconic set of armor. We're calling it the parade armor 2.0.
Yeah.
And
That looked
everyone
incredible.
can earn it. It's available to all players.
Excellent.
And there's some other
And it's
cosmetics
free.
we can show off here that kind of play with it too.
Very nice. And also, too, for folks out there, we have the Hunter here. Actually, Kelsey, can we check out the armor set one more time?
Yeah.
For the folks at home. Also, too, so this is an up close and personal look, obviously, at this armor set, which will be available.
That looks incredible. I like the details in it. I love the chest piece. Wait, but this is only the Hunter. Do we think we get to see all the other character armor pieces as well? I was also looking at what weapons. These are all definitely the new weapons. So there's a grenade launcher. This one looks oddly familiar. I don't know about the fusion. No, that's not a fusion. SMG. And then a grenade launcher heavy. These are definitely all the new weapons because they've got the gold on it. That is awesome.
Available to everyone that goes ahead and jumps into the Light. Also, too, there's a Titan set and a Warlock set, we should also say. That you can go ahead and see in the key art as well. But
cloak.
obviously, this will be arriving on April 9th, so you'll get a chance to go ahead and go hands-on. But yeah, it's looking fresh, honestly. I wouldn't be upset to go ahead and don that armor. We're now hanging out with Shaxx,
chests
and
everywhere.
is that our site over there as well?
Yes, that is our site. And one last chest I want to point out here.
Oh,
too.
please.
This one is going to be your hub for just grinding out weapons. So those trophies that you'll be collecting with Shaxx, you can just keep redeeming them here, and you'll be able to get all your guns here. And this one here is we're bringing back the Gift of the Thunder Gods. So if you need to catch up on your power level to make sure that you're like ready to hop right in, that's something you can do as well.
That's right. And honestly, it's
That's good.
again, as a reminder, this is available to all players. And so if you've got any friends that maybe aren't quite at that powerful cap, also too, actually, to double check, this will bring folks up to the powerful cap, was it?
Powerful, not pinnacle.
That's right. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right. So for your friends that want to go ahead and dive in right alongside you, even if they maybe
So
haven't
1800,
played,
I think?
very much recently, they got a chance to go ahead and just catch right up.
They'll be ready.
Be ready for day one. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and talk to Shaxx, actually, as a starting point. So how are we going to be working with Shaxx, obviously? He's opened up his Den of Antiquities to us.
This
but,
area looks
Kelsey, can you tell us a
amazing.
little bit more?
But yeah, let's go talk to him and see what he's got. So over the course of Into the Light, as you earn reputation with him, you're going to be able to progress and get all this cool stuff. One thing in particular I want to point out.
Interesting.
I'm gonna hide real quick.
Key.
The Superblack key alpha. This is one of two keys needed to unlock Superblack containment at the rear of the Hall of Champions. The other key, Superblack key Omega, is held by our site. Complete weekly weapon quests to unlock.
A Superblack key. Is that what I'm seeing over there, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and I wonder where that goes.
So maybe people that are D1 vets potentially from back in the day might remember this. Is this what's this symbiote we're looking back here?
Yeah, right now it's pretty powerful.
Whoa.
It's in containment. But if you keep playing Into the Light, you'll be able to get access to the keys you need to unlock this.
Ooh.
Get
wait.
Oh, it's so good. All right. So obviously, too, yes, as a
Awesome.
reminder, heads up to everyone. So one of the ultimate rewards available through this will indeed be the return of the Superblack shader. It's back, finally. It's back. There's probably some song lyrics to go along with that. I couldn't tell you what they are. But I will say to the Destiny Fashion subreddit, we are prepared for you to go ahead and take this on wholesale. So actually, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and just equip Superblack and give it a look really quickly. Oh, man.
No, wait,
Chat,
you're
not YouTube. Come
kidding.
on. It does not get much better than that.
Stop, they're kidding. Please stop. Oh my gosh, wait, that's actually incredible. We're getting an all black shader. How long have we all been talking about an all black shader? This is incredible. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that it was called Superblack, so I wasn't really sure what they were hinting towards. What? We're getting an all black shader. This is actually incredible. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Shaxx is
so
obviously going to be there to
excited.
help us get rewards. In addition to the Brave
What?
Arsenal and the armor, Superblack is waiting for us. So tell us.
So, like, I didn't think they were going to add in an all black shader. I think they've mentioned it before. It makes sense for them not to add it because, like, no other shader really beats the all black shader. I mean, I'm not speaking for everyone, but for me, I'm sorry, but all black shader is just it. I don't know if I can go back to any other shaders. I've literally, most likely, most of the time, always have that black shader on. So, like, I understood if they never added a black shader in just because, like, are you gonna use any other shaders? For me, no.
A little bit about our site as well, actually. He's I'm not sure if many people in the chat know about him. He's usually lived in lore entries, but let's go ahead and get a look and see what we're going to be working with him on.
Yeah. So our site has a lot of quests for us. And we've
Kinda
got
reminds me
some
of
pretty
Sir.
interesting things, in my opinion, with some of the quests you can pick up from.
Can I just point out that is a lot of legendary shards? Yeah.
Our site. They're going to unlock a couple things. They also have very fun puns that we had a lot of fun working on. For every single weapon that we're going to be talking about today, there's a corresponding quest. Once you've completed the quest for that weapon, you're going to be able to unlock
Falling guillotine.
access to that weapon dropping.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Alright, we're gonna zoom back a bit. I know they were mid-sentence, but I didn't realize it has the name of literally D drops, and all I saw is that this one was falling guillotine.
Interesting things, in my opinion, with some of the quests you can pick up from our site. They're going to unlock a couple things. They also have
Hungry? No frickin' way. One of my favorite scout rifles. I love
have
Hungry.
very fun puns.
Succession? Interesting. Interesting.
That we had a lot of fun working on.
Wait. Edge Transit is coming back? Alright, Edge Transit actually was really good at some point. That's amazing. And then Falling Guillotine.
So for every single weapon that we're going to be talking about today, there's a corresponding quest. Once you've completed the quest for that weapon, you're going to be able to unlock access to that weapon dropping as rewards. But there's two other really cool things that we can talk about there. One, we have these special limited edition appearances for the Brave Arsenal.
Yeah.
So completing these quests, you're going to get a guaranteed, curated copy of these limited edition weapons.
Excellent.
Which I'm happy to share.
Limited?
They're rad. And you'll unlock attunement, which is something I can talk about in a second.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Limited edition.
So here's a look, of course. Obviously, for the folks at home, they
Does that say mountaintop? No frickin' way. That says mountaintop.
they may remember this one. I get a hunch that chat obviously is getting a little excited.
I
but,
still love the gold.
I know, it's so exciting. The mountaintop has returned. So this is a quick look at the mountaintop. Obviously, Chris, we're going to dive in more with the whole Brave Arsenal in a little bit, but this is, I believe she touched on the limited edition versions of these, the ornaments that exist on there. Can you tell us a little bit about what the limited edition variants of these are that are available over the course of Into the Light?
Sure, yeah. So the Brave Arsenal weapons
The Recluse is coming back? Oh my gosh, we're bringing back all these PvP weapons. Oh my gosh. Amazing. I mean, technically from the picture, we already knew Fallen Guillotine was coming back, and then we were hinting towards, like, Ludus Howl, Not Forgotten. And I was not aware of Recluse nor Mountaintop.
This will drop from Onslaught, and we're talking a little bit about attunement and whatnot here. There is a low chance that one will drop as a limited edition variant, which comes pre-equipped with a super shiny ornament that's locked to that weapon.
Yeah.
So
What?
the Edge Transit here is the limited edition variant. These are kind of exotic levels of fancy.
Yeah.
So you can't apply shaders to the ornaments. You have to remove the ornament first.
Got it.
The ornaments will only be available up until the final shape launches.
Yeah.
Or the limited edition variants.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So the base versions will continue to be available.
All right. So there's the ultimate I Was There version with the limited edition on there, but other than that, after the final shape launches, people will still be able to get these weapons and keep farming for them.
Yeah, there's a
Hammerhead? Bro, what are... Dude, this is insane. Wait, what the frick? Hammerhead is... No. Wait, I've been hearing a lot of talk about Hammerhead lately. No way. Isn't Hammerhead from the Black Armory, I think? Hammerhead used to be so good. I love that machine gun.
like they have super cool visuals. They drop with double perks in both trade
Ooh.
columns, but they don't have any other gameplay differences. So if you've got a great base weapon, you don't need to go and get
Just cosmetic.
cosmetic only.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Absolutely. All right, we're going to be able to test these out in a little bit. So obviously, we're going to go through all of these here in just a bit. Chat, there's a taste of just a few. We're glad that you get a chance to go ahead and check it out. But also, too, for the folks that want to go ahead and farm these rolls out. Kelsey, I believe you just mentioned attunement. Can you tell us a little bit more about that before we move on?
Yes, I'd love to. So one cool thing that you can do when completing these weapon quests, once they're available at our site, is attune to a weapon. So let's say that there's a weapon you really want to drop. You can bend luck in your favor and make it more likely for that weapon to appear.
Okay.
So, for example, I can do that now. Let's do.
Pause. Scroll back.
Let's do.
Okay, I have no idea what any of these weapons are. I'm still... Wait, okay, so if this is the Recluse, which one is that one? The Recluse? Is that the same one? That actually might be the same one. Maybe? Pulse rifle? I don't know. Shotgun? No, I don't know.
Let's do Recluse.
Yeah.
So,
Chat seems to be pretty hyped on Recluse.
if you're looking around, you'll see there's all of these Shaxes everywhere, which we just had an absolute blast working with and coming up with. And once you've unlocked attunement, you can just freely do this at any time. You can change your attunement at any time. You can choose which weapon has a higher chance of dropping. So I'm going to do that now. Okay.
There we go.
Got our thumbs up. We're
Get
good.
the affirmation from Shax. Never hurts.
Yeah, I can always use more affirmations from
It never hurts, honestly. He shouts them very effectively, I might add.
Yes. So yeah, at any point, you can just visit another one. I could even just go and, unattune and reattune to my heart's content. Just once you've unlocked it, you can do that at any time.
Awesome.
So yeah, pick your favorites that you want to chase, and you'll have a much higher chance of getting them.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite understand what they meant. So if you attune a specific weapon, you'll have a higher chance of that specific weapon to drop again, as like if you just don't attune anything. So that just allows you to give a higher chance of it to dropping, or more of a chance for it to drop than other weapons. That's actually really cool, especially if you have like one more weapon or something left to grind for. That's really cool.
Excellent. All right. Obviously, the Hall of Champions has a lot in store. There's even more, obviously, chat than is even here, but we see what you're saying in chat. I feel the electricity in the air. I should also note one more thing. You should all go out and farm with impunity to go ahead and get the rolls you want, ultimately, because with the arrival of the final shape, we'll indeed be adding 100 more vault slots. So go out there, grab the rolls, grab 27 Edge Transit, and hold on to them until you get a chance to Google which one has the God roll. All up to you, but we just wanted to let you know that with the arrival of the final shape, you'll be getting 100 more vault slots. So go ahead and dive on in and grab whatever you want to go ahead and chase.
We're getting 100 more slots? By the way, really quickly, I officially have my own Rogue Shaker Cup with Rogue Energy, which is this one, and we are trying to get these sent out, but the only way to get these sent out is if anybody pre-orders it, so we have to reach the 250 mark, and we are currently 41 out of 250. It is a $20 shaker, but I have a discount code that is ZWERG for 20% off, and we have to reach 250 in a month and 12 days from today, and if we don't reach to 250, everyone is going to get their monies back. It's going to be fully refunded, or you're going to get the shaker.
I think that's a solid tour of the Hall of Champions. I think maybe at this point we go ahead and start diving on in with the Brave Arsenal. Tom, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'll hop in. Let's go clean out some lost sectors.
There we go. Excellent.
Yeah.
We got some demos to run as well. All right, everyone. So this is as a quick look at the Hall of Champions as well. Now we're going to go ahead and dive on in and look at the Brave Arsenal. Now, Chris, obviously you were intrinsically involved with kind of setting this whole thing up, with building the Brave Arsenal, deciding what was out there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys landed on this iconic set of Destiny weapons for Into the Light?
Yeah, and we all have our own favorite weapons internally, and wanted to make sure that we delivered on a ton of nostalgia for the whole like Destiny 2 weapon set.
Yeah.
You guys see the
People
Destiny
on
sounds in the back?
Reddit or Twitter, there are hundreds of weapons that these could be.
Yeah.
Had to narrow it down to 12. It's like we couldn't reasonably fit any more into the activity.
Yeah.
We couldn't necessarily afford to make many more than that.
Blast
So it's,
furnace.
yeah, a whole set of weapons from across Destiny's history. A
Wow.
few recent ones. Most of them are from earlier in D2's
Yeah.
history.
So for those who have been terrorized by Blast Furnace and the Crucible, it's back
Blast
now.
Furnace.
Obviously. Yeah, honestly, Tom, let's go ahead and just kind of walk through
That's
these. Let's go ahead and
Hungary.
take us at a hung jury I see next as well.
Sure, I can just. Do you want me to
Okay,
I'll
let's
just
start with the
mouse
blast.
over them here? Blast Furnace, Hung Jury,
Jury returns as well.
Session.
Succession.
For anyone that hasn't had a chance to dive into Deep Stone,
Midnight
get their
Coup.
hands on a raid weapon as well.
I mean, we already
Yeah,
knew
I
that
should
one was
just touch
coming.
on Succession, and there's
Yeah, please.
Forbearance in there as well. But these are fairly recent weapons, but they are, by default, you have to own the release that those raids came out in. So you have to own Beyond Light if you want to get Succession. You have
Right.
to own Witch Queen if
Right.
you want to get Forbearance.
Yeah.
The Onslaught versions of these weapons, or the Brave Arsenal versions, are available to all players. So you get a taste of what, like, the raw power of a raid weapon.
Yeah. Which on
That is awesome. So, like, this is really cool. For anyone that doesn't have a lot of these DLCs, are going to get a lot of these weapons. Like he just said, Succession comes from Deepstone Crypt, right? And this is free to play, so you, like, get to have this weapon without having to grind for Deepstone Crypt, I guess? Especially if you don't do raids, or if you don't have the DLC.
honestly, once you get Succession in your hands, suddenly everything feels so alive. Like it's like a ton of bricks. Let's see. We also have, there we go, Midnight Coup. For anyone who watched last week, thank you, Noah, as well, for going ahead and showing this off. Midnight Coup obviously makes an incredibly triumphant return.
Wow.
Just look, actually, can you adjust it just so it shows the waves in the shader, Tom? There we go. There we go. Just, that never gets old,
wow.
honestly. Harkens back to one of my favorite times in the Black Armory.
Explosive.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be interesting because we have so many new perks at the moment that we didn't have back then for Midnight Coup. So this is gonna be really interesting on all the perks that it can roll with.
Right, so we have a full list here. So we've gone over all of them in the primary slot. Let's go ahead and move on down to the green ammo selection as well. Obviously,
Yes.
Recluse chat.
Recluse.
You've all noticed that. We're just as happy that it's back as you are. Let's go ahead and take a look at what else we got in store there. Luna's Howl, of course.
Luna's
In particular
Howl.
with Luna's Howl, I know we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but these
Called
weapons
it.
are not necessarily their previous estate, just kind of held in stasis, but you guys have brought them forward with new perks. You've kind of done some redesigns as well. With Luna Howls in particular, you were mentioning that the Magnificent Howl perk has undergone a rework as well.
Yeah, in its original shipping form. that
do you
was
guys
way
see the
too strong. It
waves?
would let you, two-tap
Look
a
at the
Guardian in
waves.
PvP incredibly fast with the perk up.
Yeah.
180 RPM. So we've brought Luna's Howl forward as a 140 RPM hand cannon, but it retains the precision frame, so it's super easy to control the recoil.
Yeah.
We've also redesigned the Magnificent Howl perk, so that now lets you build up stacks of super bullets a little bit reminiscent of Hawkmoon.
Yeah.
With
Super
precision
bullets?
final blows.
Yeah.
And then you can unleash those on Guardians to do massive damage. You can get a 2-tap, but it requires a little bit more effort.
Yeah.
And obviously very strong in PvE as well.
Yeah, got to bide your time and actually land those headshots.
Yeah.
I'm saying that mostly to myself in the mirror as I get upset for losing another round of trials, but
So we had 2 hand cannons in this release, Midnight Coup and Luna's Howl.
That's right, yeah.
We assigned those to 2 different designers.
Yeah.
And there's a competition going on to see which one is more popular or is more effective. So
everyone out there in chat right now should let us know which one of those 2 ends up being their favorite.
Yep.
We have an actual
That's
bet to
amazing.
settle internally here by the sounds of it. Which one do you think is going to win, Chris?
I'm a little biased.
Little biased?
I have my Midnight Coup from the Leviathan raid still in my vault.
Oh, yeah.
I'm deeply attached to that weapon.
Fair enough. All
Me
right.
too.
Let's see here. All right. Also, Elsie's.
Elsie's
actually, here's a cool one as well.
rifle.
This is no longer the Stranger's rifle. This is Elsie's rifle now.
Yeah, Elsie's no longer a stranger.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a really iconic Destiny 1 weapon that everyone who played through the Destiny 1 campaign would have acquired as
Yeah.
the Stranger's rifle.
That's
It's come
awesome.
forward with as close to its original feel as we could manage, updated for the Destiny 2 sandbox. It's got a ton of cool new traits. It's really a very, very strong, high impact
Yeah.
pulse rifle. It's running the rewind rounds perk,
Oh, yeah.
which we made for Bolt of Glass.
Yeah.
The D2 version, which harks back to the original perks on the Stranger's rifle in D1 as well.
And this one already looks filthy, if I might say, with Zen Moment and Desperado on there. Like that's.
Desperado.
Yeah.
Did the room get colder, or what just happened? Honestly. And also too, so there's a new. Actually, as long as we're there, Tom, if you wouldn't mind actually opening that back up, there's a new origin trait, pardon me, as well on these.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, the Indomitability trait, final blows with a light subclass equipped grant grenade energy, and with a dark subclass equipped grant melee energy.
Excellent.
So you get like that sort of duality, and they're reasonably strong perks.
Yeah. Designed.
That's
to keep you in
actually
the fight
such a
either way.
cool origin
Yep.
trait.
Excellent. All right, Tom, let's go ahead and keep checking out. What else do we have in store here? Forbearance as well. So this is you were talking about obviously getting that taste of raid weapons.
Yeah.
How did you guys go ahead and bring Forbearance forward also too into the light? Like, what did you add new perks into the pool, or what did you guys end up doing to
Oh my
kind of retain that
gosh.
classic feel?
Yeah, so we wanted it to feel like the Witch Queen version, but with slightly updated perks. So the perk pools are fairly similar, but with a couple of spicy additions. So you'll notice Disruption Break
Can I
left
see the
column
scope?
on a waveframe grenade launcher, super, super strong.
Yeah.
It's not something that you get on the original
That'd be
version.
disgusting.
Yeah, but it's
What-
got all of the old classics.
Yeah.
It's got the new Indomitability Origin trait instead of the Soul Drinker trait. And that's the same is true of any other weapons which had already shipped with Origin traits.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good with that ornament on there. And of course, I think was that a limited edition ornament on the Recluse as well that you have over there?
Yep. There's
Yeah,
a base
just
and
look at the.
Oh,
look at
let's
the
take a look.
image.
There we go. That's again the ultimate. I was
Spicy.
there. As you go ahead and
Yes.
begin your showdown with the witness with the arrival of the
Ooh.
final shape. Doesn't hurt
I
to have one of
want-
these sitting on your hip, obviously, to go ahead and make a statement the moment you walk into the room.
Yeah, and this one
That's
is
so
the
epic.
curated version. The natural drops of the limited edition variants do have
Double perk out? That's right. Yeah. Excellent. And of course, our beloved Edge Transit.
Yeah,
Couldn't
when
keep
we
it
were-
away if we wanted to.
When we were looking at the fan favorite weapons, like we wanted to bring forward some of the strongest weapons from Forsaken.
Yeah.
He has like fond memories of blasting away raid bosses with that transit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. There's amazing memes associated with this weapon.
Yeah.
We actually brought it forward as one of the strongest heavy ammo grenade launchers.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were talking about that earlier. You're saying this one just hits like an absolute ton of bricks now.
Oh yeah, you can see some of the perks there. It's pretty wild.
I mean, honestly, yeah, this is already looking pretty good.
Auto-loading
This is what I would obviously find at
frenzy
home in my loadout.
deconstruct.
My Void one specifically, but I'm also picky about that kind of thing. All right, what else do we have here in this bottom row? The one and only, the Falling Guillotine. Now, actually, one thing that you mentioned as we were kind of talking about this earlier as well that was kind of cool is this is also going to be probably the first sword outside of those available in Crota's End, I believe, that has sword logic on it as well.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
right.
roll with sword logic.
Seemed like a great opportunity to put that perk on something that isn't from that raid, and
Yeah.
a little bit earlier
Yeah.
than we would normally put raid perks onto a new weapon.
Yeah. I'm also going to
Seemed
echo
like-
chat here for a second. Is that Eager Edge I see on there?
That is an Eager Edge, yeah.
Heck.
It'll only be the second sword outside
What?
of 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
to have access to
It
that.
would
trait.
basically just be the Slammer and then the Falling Guillotine
Yeah,
from...
that's
Yeah, that's it. That's actually...
Another Eager Edge?
Yeah, and this one has
Hell
like the
yeah.
classic
I love Falling Guillotine.
combo of repulsor brace,
Yeah.
destabilizing rounds.
Sword
Super fun and a
logic?
lot of other strong-
It
What?
just doesn't get old, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're also joined by the Hammerhead.
Killing Tally!
Hammerhead, honestly.
Oh,
As long
this
as
is
we're-
going
as
to
long as you're
be
dipping
my
your toe into the world
machine
of Black
gun.
Armory, this is obviously one that has to come forward.
Everyone's favorite legendary machine gun.
Yeah, seriously.
You can't go past it.
It just, from the sound to the rate of fire, everything about it just is
Don't
one that
tell
lives
my
on in memories and
commemoration.
my dream journals, honestly, at this point. This is looking fantastic. All right, so we have a whole cast of characters. Now, Tom, you've got some loadouts set up. You've got some lost sectors that you're going to go ahead and start diving in on. I vote you go in there and start tearing it up. So we're already there. Okay, that's fantastic.
The classic mountaintop recluse combo here.
Yeah.
And there's some new stuff with mountaintop too, where you can rocket jump.
That's right. So I'm so
No
glad we got to that point this
way.
early because one of the things that was really cool about sort of seeing this development process behind the scenes was,
Bro,
obviously
imagine
one of
that in
the core tenets was to make
PvP.
sure that you're retaining that classic feel of these weapons and kind of what made them so great to begin with. But you've kind of done some redesigns and expanded even just on the loot pool, or pardon me, on the perk pool rather. How did you guys kind of go about the process of sort of rebuilding these weapons for this modern era of Destiny?
Yeah, I mean, we held off on bringing Mountaintop into the sort of modern Destiny because it was just way too strong in both PvP and in
Oh,
PvE.
the sound of the
In
recluse,
PvP,
man.
It was like a pretty unpleasant meta when
I love the
Mountaintop was part of
scopes.
everyone's loadout, so we definitely didn't want it to be able to one-hit kill, even with the direct hit in PvP anymore.
Fair.
So we've reduced that a little bit. But we also saw how excited people were for the Danger Zone rocket launcher perk, launching you into the air. So we've made that part of the base behavior of the new micro missile frame grenade launcher intrinsic. So you do super low self-damage and give yourself a massive physics impulse.
Yeah. The Team Fortress 2 soldier mains are just
Oh my
suddenly
gosh, it
dusting off your rocket
slays.
launchers in real time right now, obviously. So obviously too is going ahead and adding just not only to the perk pool but kind of the intrinsic feel of these weapons. Were there any others in particular when you guys were working on them where you're like, yes, this is how this change needs to go? Like obviously Magnificent Howl got a change, but is there anything else in that pool that feels like it was really kind of a cool leap forward for these weapons?
I think Blast Furnace is a good example because the Black Armory version rolled with scopes, which like everyone would just pick the best scope. Like internally, we felt like the Rasmussen ISA scope was like by far the best. Really, really clean.
Yeah.
And with the changes
I
to
like the scope.
damage fall off on weapons, zoom doesn't matter that much anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So it comes pre-equipped with that scope geometry, but it can roll barrels instead. So you get all the benefits of stats.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Stats are already pretty juiced.
Yeah.
But you have that classic scope geo.
Actually, also too, to channel chat one more time, as a quick heads up as well, these weapons, while they won't be craftable, they are going to be enhanceable. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So these weapons will
We'll take it.
retroactively be enhanceable when the final shape comes out. So any drops that you get during this initial period, you'll be able to enhance them.
Excellent. Okay, so you want to make sure to really hold on to those god rolls that Light.gg went ahead and told you about. Yeah.
Oh, that's clean.
All right. So Tom, you've swapped your loadout now. Is this Blast Furnace we see you were?
Yeah, you were just talking about Blast Furnace, so I thought I'd hop over to it.
It's thematic. Yeah.
Nice and smooth, like it always was.
It is so clean and smooth.
Kelsey, actually too, on your side, obviously having this new tapestry of rewards to work with has been pretty exciting. As you kind of went ahead and sort of hatched your plans of how players would go about getting these, kind of what role did these weapons play, I guess, in the overall reward structure?
Yeah, of course. So we wanted the rewards of this release to be all about the weapons. I mean,
Yeah.
the shining stars, they're awesome. So I saw people are asking a little bit about what we're going to be getting from Onslaught.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chests in there, and every single chest has a weapon in it, and all of those chests can react to attunement. So if you attune to a weapon, anytime you see a chest, it's going to happen. So
Excellent.
every set, not every wave, that'd be crazy. Every set, there's a chest with a weapon in it. If you do it at higher difficulty, there are 2 chests. They both have weapons in them. And if you keep the ADU alive throughout the entirety of Onslaught, there's another bonus chest available. So you can get a lot if you just keep yourself kicking and get all the way through there, keep the ADU up.
That's actually a lot
there's
of
guns
chests
we have.
and
So
loot
those
that
folks
you
were going
can
to dive
get.
into the Legend 50-wave version of Onslaught.
Because, like, you literally play Onslaught, and in Onslaught, you already get chests, every 10 waves? And then you also get a bunch of them in the Hall of Champions as well.
Are going to be well rewarded for those efforts. I'm asking partially for myself, obviously, as well, and my fire team at home who might be listening.
Weapons team is really excited about attunement because it gives players some control over.
There's Howl. I
Fair.
yeah, I tend to get a little feral, a little too excited. Sometimes having like heel clip on it or something can give me that extra staying power I need to keep that ADU up.
It's part of, you got to be in the fight, as I understand and respect the hustle that I don't end up having. Also, too, we got a question from chat from Lil Camino, I think is how you pronounce the name. My mistake if you didn't get it correct. But just to reiterate, will these weapons be attainable after the final shape arrives?
Yes, the base weapons will be, but the limited edition variants with those sweet ornaments will not.
Excellent. All right.
So
again,
the
make sure
gold
you go ahead and
versions
dive
will
on in
not be available
once
after
Into
Final
the Light
Shape.
is here. And make sure you get that I was there card, more or less. At least, again, speaking for myself.
Time to grind.
So also too, I heard you guys mention briefly
want them all.
curated roles as well, because kind of like a part of the quests process, was it, with Shaxx or our site rather?
With our site, yes.
Thank you. That's right. So is this ones that you guys have set up where it's like this is the go-to role? This is from our opinion, like one of our favorites, or what was the process of kind of building those curated roles?
Yeah, we try to deliver something which is like an extremely good role, not necessarily the single perfect role, because we want you to have a reason to go in and get excited for those drops.
Yeah.
Hell
Like
yeah.
we would say they're a 70-80% god roll
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
70-80%?
Yeah.
And also,
Nice.
too, remember, everyone, we're getting 100 more vault slots once the final shape comes out, so go ahead and just farm away. Now's the time. Sorry, Kelsey, were you going to say something more?
Yeah, we also just wanted to make sure people weren't completely at the mercy of our
Obviously, this is so fast. Your jump ship was right in orbit, wasn't it?
Right here.
I hear it's lovely this time of year out there in the throne world.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's Noah and Kelsey have been keeping it warm for me in there.
That's true. All right, fair enough. Yeah, and again, we can use some sword logic later to expand it when the time comes. But for right now, we've gone ahead and done our job. Well, for starters, thank you all so much for taking time to join us to talk us through, obviously, the Hall of Champions, talk us through the Brave Arsenal, through everything with Into the Light. It's been a great show. So thank you guys for starters for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely. And also, too, as a quick reminder, again, to everyone, we'll be back next week, the same Bungie time,
Let's
same
go.
Bungie place, to have another live stream about everything, or some more stuff coming with Destiny 2 Into the Light, including some exotic mission, some exotic mission content, and the craftable weapons that'll be available to them. Chat, I saw you mentioning some stuff about that potentially, so come back next week. Also, we'll be
Exotic
go ahead
mission?
and walk through the PvP map pack as well. So if you want to see everything that's going to be coming in those three
Yes,
maps,
maps.
next week will be your time. And there might be a few more additional surprises that we'll have in store for you. Never know, and also
That's
too, the final thing we're going to
exciting.
go ahead and make sure you close with is, as a quick reminder, of course, with the arrival of the final shape, you'll be able to get 100 more slots in your vault. As you can go ahead and see here on camera, we put it to good use ourselves. We had some edge transit roles. We knew that this was the time and place to go ahead and slot them in there. So we now have those, thankfully, in safekeeping now for the arrival of the Witness.
Ready.
Never hurts.
Heck
All right,
yeah.
everyone. Well, thank you all so much for taking the time to join us today. We'll see you back here next week at the same Bungie time, same Bungie place. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
Let's go. Alright, what did you guys think of today's Bungie livestream? Last week's livestream I thought was already amazing. This one just tops it even more. All the weapons that are supposed to be dropping, all the limited editions ones with like the cool looking ornaments, looks phenomenal. I cannot wait. Don't even get me started on the Vault Space and the Hall of Champions. Like, I don't even know where to start. I'm super excited for this. I know a lot of people said that they weren't sure about Onslaught. Maybe once they see the rewards and the loot that they're gonna be getting, maybe then they'll end up, getting into Onslaught. But I think the loot and rewards is amazing, and I hope you guys think the same thing. The weapons that are supposed to be coming back, we haven't used in ages. And to have those with like the brand new perks that we have nowadays, I think is super amazing, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun and super fun combos we can make. The fact that they are increasing the vault space again is great. I know I've been asking for it, and I'm sure some other people are as well, because my vault is at 600 out of 600, so I need more space, so I can fill it up to 700 out of 700. And don't get me started on the all black shader. I am so excited, really, really excited that maybe the only and main shader I'm going to be using from here on out. unless they come out with another amazing one, which they probably will. But still, the all black shader, oh, I'm about to put that on literally everything. And huge shout out to Bungie for doing these amazing live streams. I think they are super cool, giving us some insight. Literally cannot wait for next week's inside of Into the Light, because they did mention a few things and hinted to a few things that is going to be exciting. The exotic missions, are we having old exotic missions coming back? Because I know that's been asked a ton. But let me know what you think down below, or tune into my Twitch and we can talk about it there. I appreciate you guys coming in and watching. I will see you guys next week for the next inside, and sadly the final one, and then soon we'll have Into the Light coming out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!